All right, welcome to the Philly Fox and Danny D Eagles podcast. That's the star of the show, Philly Fox, and I'm your host, Danny D. And we're coming to you from our Eagles perch in the Ed Bobco Memorial Studios in beautiful Morristown, PA. And today we are going to preview the Super Bowl, Eagles and the Chiefs in New Orleans. That's right. I said the Super Bowl. Can you believe it, Philly? I mean, this has been a great season, but we're actually going to New Orleans for the Super Bowl.
It's time to finish the job this time.
Yeah, finish the job. They keep saying, right, one more game.
Yes.
There's no more, right? This is it. This is that one more. All right. So let's see. Was there any news this week as far as injuries or anything?
Well, Jalen Carter missed a couple practices with an illness, but he's back being a full participant. So
Okay. All right. Yeah. And everybody's not even sure really. Yeah. It was definitely had nothing to do with. It wasn't a physical injury. Nothing that would keep him out of the game. So everybody was a full participant today. So that's great. So and then as far as so let's hit the matchup here, right? Because that's what the preview's all about. So let's start with experience, right? So a lot of people are going to say, well, Kansas City has the experience, the edge on experience come into the game, right? They've won 2 in a row. This is their 3rd one in a row. What do you say to that, Philly?
Well, the Eagles also have experience, so hey.
Right? Well, okay, because they were there.
Yes, 2 years ago.
2 years ago, right? And just most of the players are back, right? I mean, a lot of the players on this team on offense have been there before, right?
With the exception of Saquon.
Saquon, right? And we're not too worried about Saquon performing in the Super Bowl, are we?
Because he's just run over everybody this year.
He's just going to run over everybody. Okay. Now on the defense, maybe we don't quite have as much experience there, right? But I think we have a lot more playmakers on this
side
team.
Of the ball.
Yeah, well, on this team compared to the other team. All right, I definitely think they're gonna keep the points total down. All right, so talk about Vic. All right, has Vic ever played in the played, right? We're talking about coaching, right? Has Vic ever coached in the Super Bowl?
Yes, he did with the 49ers 12 years ago.
Oh, okay. All right, so it's been a while, but, there again, he's a seasoned veteran. I mean, I don't think anybody's worried about him not doing a good job or cracking under the pressure, right?
He has almost twice as much NFL experience as I have years on this earth, so put it that way.
Yeah. Okay. And how about Kellen Moore?
Well, Kellen Moore is newer to coaching. This is his first appearance.
Okay. All right. But we've got faith in him, though, right?
Well, yes, he's done a good job all year. So.
Right, and he's and unfortunately we might be losing him, though, right? I mean, he's
to the Saints, but
yeah, I mean he's the
head candidate for the Saints job.
For the Saints job, okay. And then, of course, then our head coach, though, right, Sirianni.
Yes, he's been there before, obviously 2 years ago.
Right, and
in 4 years, only he made his second Super Bowl appearance in 4 years. Not many coaches can say that on their resume.
Right, and so. Nick is definitely so people can say that. Maybe made some mistakes, not necessarily mistakes, but some questionable decisions when it came to timeouts or whether to kick a field goal or not, and so they want to go there. But one thing that we've learned about Nick is that Nick learns from his mistakes, not just himself, but he pushes that with his players. I mean, they work on everything every day. So I feel like in when it comes down to it, I think Nick is definitely going to be a plus, and he's going to do a great job this time. So, all right. So now we're going to talk about a little bit about the offense and the defense. So the Eagles,
they rank 7th overall on offense.
Okay, and then what about the Chiefs?
Chiefs are 16, so middle of the pack.
Okay, all right. So yeah, I mean, we definitely have a clear advantage, I feel, on offense. I mean, we have the best offensive line, right?
Yes, PFF's number 1.
Right. Okay. And of course we've got so many stars, so many playmakers on offense, right? Like our wide receivers, right?
Yes, I take them over the Chiefs receivers.
Right. AJ, Devontae, then
Goddard.
Goddard are for our tight end. I mean, and then of course you got and Saquon at running back, the best offensive line. And Jalen is just, I mean, really, he's really clicking on all cylinders right now. Man, that game against the Redskins was awesome. Okay, so of course now we're going to talk about their offense, right? You can't talk about their offense without mentioning
Mahomes and Kelsey. Granted, he isn't the same Kelsey as years past, but
right. But get back to Mahomes, right? Okay, I mean,
this isn't like his best year statistic wise and stuff.
Right, but he's won. He won what 15 games?
Yes.
Okay, so I mean they definitely earned their spot in the Super Bowl. Okay, and he seems to get enough done to win the game. And to be honest with you, you can't diminish that, right? Because isn't that what we say about Jalen, right? Is that he wins. So I mean, Mahomes is a winner. I mean, we got to give him credit for that. And Kelsey is declining, right? But their running back, did they have anything in the backfield for us? I mean, what are they ranked as far as rushing?
Or rushing, they're
22nd
rushing overall. Yep.
Right, and it's only how many yards per game?
105.3.
Right. And we're ranked
number two,
right?
179.3 yards.
Yeah, I mean that's
74 yards a game more exactly. So.
Right. Okay. I mean, now when it comes to passing, I mean they are ranked. They do pass a little bit more. I mean, we only averaging what 187.9
yards a game.
Yeah, versus
222.4
right.
passing yards a game.
Yeah, but that's only like 30 some yards difference. Okay, there's over 70 yards difference in our rushing stats. Okay, yes. So I mean on offense, I think we match up really, really well. Okay, I mean they do have a decent defense, right? Their defense is ranked what?
Yep, number 9 overall.
Okay, number 9. All right, and they have some players, right? Like
Chris Jones on the D line.
Okay, all right, but I don't know. I feel our offensive line. I mean, they just match up against anybody. I mean, sure they're number 9, but we're number 1. So I mean, yes. I'll take number 1 over number 9. But and as far as points per game, do they score a lot?
Oh, they score 22.6 points a game.
Right, okay.
Which is like league average,
Okay, but what do we average?
27.2 points a game.
Okay, so, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm seeing a lot of things going our way, to be honest with you so far. I mean, offensively, I think we're the superior team. I really do, okay? And then we're going to talk about our defense. Well, I mean, that's just crazy, okay? When you start talking about our defense, right? We just have too many playmakers on defense. I mean, name somebody who hasn't made a big play going down the stretch, right? I mean, it's hard to think of anybody on that who has.
Because all the backups have stepped in, and you wouldn't know they're backups by.
Yeah, right. I mean, like, what's his name?
Was it Burks took over?
Burks, right?
Kobe Dean,
right? And then you had
LIX Hunt was making
LIX Hunt, right? And then the one I can never remember,
Ojomo,
right? I didn't even know who this guy was, that he was even on the team. He comes in and he steps in and he's making big plays. I mean, there's just so many playmakers. I mean, JC, Bond, Cooper, Mitchell, Davis.
CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, where does it end? And then big play Slay, right?
Because he ain't no joke.
Yeah, he's no joke, right? I mean, it might be, I guess.
Might be his last game as an Eagle, but.
Yeah, we don't know that, but still, I mean, he still comes to play. And they don't call him Big Play Slay for nothing, right? So, I don't know, man. I just feel so good about it. And that's kind of scary, though. It's scary to feel this good, but I don't really see the weakness. I don't really see anywhere that we really lose this game. So I don't know. What else we got? Do we got anything else in the matchups here? Anything else that you wanted to throw in? Or are we ready for you ready to pick a score?
I'm ready to pick a score because we've said all the big names they'll be in this matchup. So
Okay, all right. Yeah, I think we've covered that. Well, no, okay. So the one thing we didn't and we kind of glossed over, and I'm just going to bring them up real quick. Yeah, the phone's ringing. Life happens. Okay, but anyway, so we got one thing we didn't talk about was the coaching staff of the of Kansas City. Yeah, and we can't talk about our guys and have an experience without mentioning Andy Reid and
let's be Spagnuolo.
yeah, right. Okay. I mean, and neither and talk about no jokes, right? Neither one of those guys are jokes. I mean, let's face it. Spagnuolo can call a pretty good game, and definitely Andy Reid can. So we did skip over that. So I just wanted to give those guys some credit, and that we are going against a experienced coaching staff. All right. I don't know. I guess we're ready. We're ready to pick a score. Philly, what do you got on this game?
I got 35-28 Eagles.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a decent amount of points, and that's you're actually. I feel like you're kind of being generous to
the
Chiefs, right? Because they don't normally score that much, and I'm telling you, this defense, if these guys go crazy. I mean, and they get turnovers, and they get them early, and Saquon goes nuts. I mean, it could actually get ugly, But that's just best case scenario, right?
Because this is what I think is going to happen. Because I think it's going to be not a lot of teams blow out the Chiefs, but
right, yeah, absolutely, But hey, I had a dream last night, and in my dream, we blew them out,
Yeah.
All right. So let's see here. So I guess we're gonna wrap it up for today. And remember that if you don't hate us,
like us,
yeah, and that you can follow us on
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube.
Okay. And then we're gonna do a Fly Eagles Fly. Okay. But now we got to do the Eagles chant. So so you ready?
Yes.
Eagles! Eagles! Win the Super Bowl, baby. Bring it home. Come on. Bring it home to Philly.